Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time here. My name is Erin, and today's video is an episode of Friday Sews, the hashtag where we get together to talk about what we've been working on in the sewing room, what our plans are, and a little bit about life. It was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, so we have her to thank for this whole wonderful community. Thank you, Jen. This week, I did not sew a lot, but I do have some stuff to share. First of all, I did my Q&A video. It came out on Wednesday. It was long, you guys. Like, part of the reason I didn't sew a lot this week is because I filmed that one evening and then edited it the next evening, and it took pretty much the whole evening. I edited out a lot. It might not seem like that because the video is very long, but I did edit out a lot without losing the essence of the answers. So that was really fun to do, though. I will say there were some thought-provoking questions, some good questions. It was fun to share a little bit more about myself. So if you've not checked that video out, check it out. It will be at the end of the video. It's on my channel, all of that good stuff. And I put chapters in for every question. So if you just want to see if I answered your question, or you just want to click on the description box and browse through what all the questions were and then just watch the ones you're more interested in, totally get it. That's why the chapters are there. But a couple people have commented saying that they just put it on in their sewing room while they've been working on stuff, which is awesome because that was my whole goal with these videos, is just to like sew with someone. So that came out Wednesday. Another very exciting thing that happened is I talked about tape-free patterns a couple of weeks ago. I put in an order from them. They do A0 pattern printing on 3 different types of paper. But then someone, one of you lovely people, who is local to them, put in an order and then told them how you had heard about their business. So she found my YouTube video. The owner, Kathy, found the video where I talked about them. And then she, this week, sent me an email offering a code for you guys, which is like so cool. Let me grab some of the patterns I got from them and just show you again how they look. Because part of what I was so impressed by, besides their price and shipping, was that they come in this fun little envelope that then you can put your own information on. But it's like a great little storage system. They do come flat, which I like. And yeah, so their speed, their pricing, everything's impeccable. And on top of their already really competitive prices, Kathy and her daughter, who is the other part owner of the business, sent a code. It is Erin Sews 10. It'll be down in the description box from here on out, as long as it stays valid. I get nothing for it except the joy of sharing another small business, which is really, really cool. So if you order from Tape Free Patterns, definitely use that code to get an extra 10% off of their already really, really good pricing. It's cool. It's a mother-daughter duo. Like I said, they just celebrated their first year anniversary. Kathy said they are trying to get out there more and spread word of their business more, but they don't have time to create their own content, which is totally understandable because it's kind of time consuming. It is time consuming. And so they are trying to partner with people that already make content like yours truly. So that is super awesome. That was just really cool to see that in my little inbox. So definitely order from them if you're looking for an A0 printer. Test them out if you want. I was super impressed, and I hope you are too. Then, I guess while we're talking about stuff I bought, I ordered from simplicity.com for the first time. I've always just gone to Joann's and used the pattern sales, but it's not really an option so much for me anymore, and I did want to pick up some patterns. So they had a 70% off sale earlier this week, and I picked a couple up. The shipping and everything was super fast. I don't remember when I ordered them. Yeah, I don't remember, but it was super fast. It was a couple days. The first thing I got was Simplicity 2241, a very simple children's dress. I got it in the larger size run though. This is 7 to 14 and it starts at, the whole size range is 3 to 14, but I got the larger size run because I do have other simple dresses like this that work for Project Dress a Girl, but not in the larger size run because I have a 2-year-old and I've just been like focused on buying things for her generally. So I got this to make some bigger dresses for Project Dress a Girl. I got New Look 6752, just some bodysuits. I haven't worn a bodysuit in like a decade. So I wanted to see how I feel about them now in my life. Really, I was interested in B to potentially go with some pants I want to make and with some other stuff I want to make. Not fully fledged ideas, just saw it and was like, I think I'm gonna do that one. And New Look with this sale was like $1.99 or something. Okay, New Look 6229 is an easy 2-hour dress, which who knows how long it's actually gonna take to make, but it has this cool like color blocking option, and this is very on trend. This is an older pattern. It is from, you guys, why can't I find, 2011. So, I mean, that's 13 years old. But this, I mean, you see it all the time now. There's that Nomi pattern. I have it, but I don't have it out. The Nomi pattern, that is the gathered, essentially a gathered version of this. So I did buy this. When I did my video about New Look, where I talked about New Look patterns I've sewn and liked when we were having the mega Hobby Lobby sale a couple months ago, someone commented saying that they had made this dress in high school, I want to say, but that it carried them through multiple pregnancies and stuff like that. So that sounded very versatile to me. I am not currently pregnant, but sometime in the next couple of years, I would like to be pregnant again. So hopefully this will come in handy, especially if I am large and in charge during the summer months again, like I was with my first. It would be nice to have something this flowy and fabulous. And then this last one I am really excited about. I don't know what my style is. I kind of mentioned that in my Q&A video. I talked about like I'm figuring out what I even like to wear. And I've never been a trendy person. I would not define myself as trendy. I don't usually know what the trends are, but I want to go out of my comfort zone. I don't know if that means being trendy necessarily, but I don't know why I'm doing such a lead into this. I want to try these. Vogue 2051 barrel jeans pants. I just want to try it. We'll see. I have big hips, so I don't know if that's gonna be good or bad, but I have really, really tiny calves. I like have little stick legs, basically, little peg legs. But I thought this would be fun to try. I saw them and got very excited about them, so maybe that's a good sign, and maybe they'll be for me. And if not, it's fine, I tried it. One thing I really liked about this pattern, because I was looking at this or Itch to Stitch, has a barrel jean pattern that I almost bought, but then I saw this option when I was browsing Simplicity, and I really, really like the pockets on Beauty. You can see better in the line drawings. I just thought that was really cool. And then I like how they do these darts in the back. So, I don't know. I'm hoping to make these soon-ish and try them out, see how I feel about them. Yeah, very excited. So that's what I got from Simplicity. And then I guess while we're talking about stuff I bought, I will just be honest and show you everything. I put myself on like not a buy ban. I don't really do bans, but I was trying to buy less because we're going on a trip in October, and I feel like the less money I spend, the more money I get to spend when I'm in Europe, which I think is valid. But, oh, I have to go take my bagels out of the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, fresh bagels out of the oven. Oh, they smell so good, but I don't need a bagel right now. We just had dinner. Anyway, so I went to Block Therapy, which is my local quilt shop where I teach classes. We'll be teaching the class. And I went there because we had a little staff event that was really fun. We did wood painting, like you stain it and paint it and whatever. So I made this really cute sign that has our last name and then the coordinates of where we live here in Mississippi. So that'll be a fun keepsake, like when we move years down the road. I'll still get to have that little keepsake. But I was there, so I had to buy stuff, right? That's how that works. They had just gotten in this collection, West Palm Beach, from Wyndham Fabrics, and like it's by Jennifer Paganelli. This is one of the fabulous prints. I almost bought, they had a fat quarter stack, and I almost bought that, but I have at least two other like entire fabric collections here that I need to quilt first. But I did get this. I got 2 yards of it. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with it because it's only 45 inches, but I got 2 yards. I can make another cielo with it or maybe something else. I don't know. Not 100% sure, but I just really, really liked it. And then I got this beautiful confetti chambray. And like, you guys, I got 5 yards. Cause, I don't know what I'm gonna do with 5 yards of it. I got enough so that if I want to, I can make a dress with like big sleeves and gathered skirt. So, am I thinking the porter? Potentially. I have like 3 or 4 fabric options for when I make the full porter dress. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is the collab I'm doing with Stacey J. It's the porter woven pack from Style Arc. There are a bajillion options and combinations in that pattern. So we started with just the vest. This month we're doing a top with sleeves. Then we'll do the skirt. And then the 4th month we are doing the full dress. So I think I can make pretty much any option I want with 5 yards. I just don't know if I want to use this fabric. I have a couple others that are strong contenders and a couple months to decide. So we'll see. But I just thought the confetti was really a fun touch. So I got that. Did not mean to spend that much time talking about stuff I bought that I did not necessarily need to buy, but we're here now. What I do want to talk about also is what I sewed. So I finished my standing tall quilt top. I pieced this background together, you guys. I am so proud of myself. I feel so resourceful. I dug for scraps and made it work. And you really can't tell that much, but like there's a seam. Is there only one in there? Oh no, there's a seam. That's canvas. It is scrappy, but I love it. And yeah, so I got it all pieced. Now it is ready to be basted and quilted. So I could potentially finish it by the reveal date for this quilt along, which is August 27th. About a week and a half, which is totally enough time if I make the time and put in the effort to quilt it. So that is done, which was very, very exciting. Also speaking of quilting, I talked last week about how my daughter has been wanting to sew with me. So we started putting together this little ghost who was a quilt kit that I got from Block Therapy. And we got all of the like initial piecing done. She kept asking to sew she goes, I want to sew the little fabrics again. So I pressed them last night and we spent part of this morning laying it all out, how we want it to look for the finished quilt top, which was a true exercise in patience. If you want something truly randomized, I think a lot of us do this where you start laying things out and you want it to be random, but then you see like, oh no, those two can't be next to each other. So you move it and you, unintentionally start like making patterns or making something out of it. If you want to avoid that, just involve a 2-year-old and it will be so random it hurts. Like thankfully I was able to kind of vector her away from truly bad decisions. Like there's not as many blues, right? So she would put like 2 very dark navies next to each other and I was like, oh, but what if we like flip it this way and do this? And she'd be like, yes. She would say yes like she had thought of it, which is fine. She can totally take credit. So I think it turned out mostly well, but yeah, she would put like the exact same. There are so many different designs in this kit. She somehow kept putting the same ones like next to each other. Maybe she was just trying to match them. I'm not 100% sure, but we got a pretty good thing going. So later this weekend, next week, we'll start working on the next round of piecing. I did decide to keep it for her. It was supposed to be a gift. Since she's been helping me so much, I'm kind of making it her thing. We're keeping it for her. So the next thing I have to make sure I like don't stress too much about is when we're piecing it, making sure things don't like, I mean, something's gonna be really off. Once I decided that we would keep it, I guided her less when she was sewing. I still had my hands on hers for safety and so that it wasn't totally wonky, but I let it be a little more wonky because I think that's part of the experience, part of the charm, and like it's fine, doesn't need to be great. A 2-year-old is helping me make it. But yeah, when we start piecing it together more, I'm gonna have to be like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But that has actually been really, really fun to do with her. Okay, then the other thing I worked on is Simplicity 9929, this loungewear set. I got the top done and I'm almost done with the bottoms. So this is the top. This has been a fun make, you guys. Yeah, it has been quite fun. This is the top. I think I tried it on and I'm gonna have to try it on again and decide. This part, like right here, it kind of hung over the waistband a little weirdly when I tried it on. I'll try it on again and see, but I might end up unpicking along the front and then just like taking that in a little bit so it doesn't hang over weirdly. But other than that, I really like it. There is quite a big gap on the outside. So you'll definitely be able to see like a bra band or bralette, whatever you're wearing, or skin, you do you. So we'll see. I'll probably usually wear like bralettes and stuff under it, so I don't think that'll bother me too much. But if it does start to, I think it would be easy enough to just insert a little panel right there for some added coverage. But yeah, so I like that. And then, like I said, I have most of the pants done. I'm actually glad I'm not wearing them or anything because I can show you some of the details. So I did watch, side note, there are instructions, but then I also watched the Sew Along with Mimi G, which is on the Simplicity YouTube channel. Now I've talked about this before when I sewed a different Mimi G pattern. When the Sew Along put out by the company, like on their YouTube channel, where Simplicity does not match the instructions, that irks me. It's a Sew Along by someone totally independent. You do you. You teach me a better way to do it. You show me a better way to do it. Please, thank you. But when it is on the company's channel, I need it to match the instructions because how I want to do it is I want to be able to follow the written instructions. And if I hit something where I'm truly like, huh? And cannot figure it out, I want to just be able to go reference that video at that step, see it visually, and then hop back to the written instructions. Because when I sew, I like to have an audiobook playing or other YouTube videos or a movie, you know, literally anything other than a sew along for what I'm sewing, basically. So I don't want to have to follow along the steps of the video the whole way because then I can't. It's harder for me to listen to the media of my choice. I know, I'm being very particular about it, but that's what I like to do. This is a hobby. This is relaxing for me. I don't want to be flipping back and forth between Libby and YouTube every 5 seconds. Whew, I'm getting heated. So I will say this one, I watched part of the video for the top and I watched some of it for the bottom. Not necessarily because I needed it so much. I needed it for one step on this. I needed a better visual for how the band is attached. But then I decided to watch it for the bottoms too, just to kind of see what the differences are. And this one's not as bad as the other Simplicity one that I did with Mimi G, because that one should completely change the order of things and had different techniques than were given in the written pattern. Like that one, I could not hop back and forth. This one, she's done a lot better about being like, this is just an option. You can do it this way. And like, oh, while we're here, go ahead and pin this also. So it's not as different. Like it's not like you have to pick one or the other, which is how I felt with the other dress, which I cannot remember the number for it. But that's how I felt with the other dress, was I felt like I had to either follow the video or follow the written steps and like could not bounce back and forth. It's not as bad, really. So one thing I want to show you is the edges of the pocket. It has a facing. This is left raw in both her video and in the pattern. Some of the things that differ in her video are like how many lines of top stitching you're doing, or in this case, she left the edge of the pocket raw, and in the pattern it has you press it under and then top stitch it. So not a huge deal, just a preference difference. But I do think it's a cool touch. I'm glad I watched the video because I would not have thought to do that on my own. And I think it's like a fun little different thing. And then there is a lot of top stitching on the bottoms, like pretty much everywhere. And I'm not doing on the sides. You're supposed to edge stitch and top stitch or something. I'm not doing exactly what they're saying to do, but it's the same idea and I like how it's coming out. So I did an extra large. These seem massive, but I mean, look at the picture. Like they're supposed to be pretty roomy. So I think it's gonna be fine. I just have to put the waistband on and then hem them and they are donezo. So I'm excited. I think it'll be fine. It's just, you hold up the pieces and like, I just look at this and I'm like, my butt is not that big. Although maybe my butt is. It's fine. I think it'll be fine. It's just always so interesting to see how big things look when they're 2D versus then when they're on a 3D body. So that's what I've been working on. I've also been cutting some Project Dresser Girl stuff. Like I said, I'll be doing Project Dresser Girl stuff in the background. Speaking of, this is not related, but in my brain it's related. I'm not gonna have a Wednesday video next week. I just don't really think I'll have the time to film it and edit it and stuff. I have an idea, but I just don't have enough time to do it, really. And instead of being like, oh, I may or may not, and like, I know myself, I will then try to squeeze it in and stuff. So I'm not gonna have one, I am declaring it. I'm not gonna have a Wednesday video and I may or may not have a Friday video because a lot of next week is going to be spent. I'm gonna finish this up, but then I'm gonna work on Project Dress Girl stuff and my collab with Stacy. And then I have another collab coming up in September. So lots of secret sewing that I don't think I'll have a whole lot to share. So I may or may not have a Friday sews, probably not, which is kind of a bummer. That'll be a whole week without talking to you guys. A week and a half. Ooh. Maybe I'll have to squeeze a video in there somehow. The Project Dress Girl dresses aren't secret sewing necessarily. I just do have a video for the vlogger tour, so I'm kind of saving my thoughts and the dresses for that video. Because you gotta have stuff for the content, you guys. It's all about the content. Anyway, that does it for this week of Hashtag Friday Sews. Hopefully I will have a completed standing tall quilt to show you guys in about a week and a half. And I will definitely have this outfit done. Hopefully I won't be swimming in it. I think it'll be fine though. And then yeah, that does it. Don't forget, if you order from Take Free Patterns, to use the discount code AaronSews10, I believe is what it is, but it's listed down below. And I hope you have as great of an experience with them as I did. If you've ordered from them recently, because a couple people have commented that they ordered recently, you could maybe send them an email and tell them that you heard about them from me and they could give you 10% off. I know when I ordered, I accidentally uploaded the same file twice and they refunded me for the repeat files. So like, they can do refunds and maybe they would be willing to give you the 10% off since you heard about them from me. That would be really nice. And they seem really nice, but also I understand if they don't, but it's worth asking. Anyway. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys in like a week, maybe probably a week and a half. I'll miss you. Okay, bye.